Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 2 of an Elder Scrolls Online High Isle walkthrough. In the previous episode, when we last left off, we had just finished doing our first game of Tales of Tribute. And we're going to do a little bit more Tales of Tribute stuff, but we're not going to spend much time on it, and we're going to go around and continue exploring Gonfalon Bay. We've got several quests that we're working on in the city. So we're going to go ahead and turn in that quest, do more Tales of Tribute stuff right now.
You return victorious, yes? I hope you enjoyed the match. I have played countless games of both luck and skill, and truly, Tales of Tribute is the best by far. So, now that you've learned the rules, do you wish to continue your gaming journey?
Yes, I want to play more Tales of Tribute. What do I do now?
Now, you claim membership in the Gonfalon Chapter of the Roysters Club, a fraternity of tribute players committed to fair play and stiff competition. As an official Royster, you will gain access to a host of opponents and decks of your very own.
Are there other rewards?
Oh, countless rewards. With each victory, you will rise higher in the club rankings, do well enough, and you may even earn the right to challenge the club's founders, the creators of the game itself. So what do you say? Will you join us?
Yes, I'll join the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club.
Then it is my honor to furnish you with your first pair of decks, and welcome you wholeheartedly to the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club. May good fortune shine on you, my friend. I am eager to see you put those cards to good use.
This is a lot of rewards. Looks like it's cards. I got 45 Tribute Club rank points, and then the rest are cards. Looks like 4 cards.
You joined the Roysters Club at an opportune time. Smaller club chapters are preparing for a series of tournaments, ours included. The contest will not begin for some time, though, so I suggest you get some more practice in the meantime.
What do you recommend for increasing my skill?
The gaming hall provides a wealth of opportunities for Roysters Club members. Why not look around and familiarize yourself with them? Brahgas can make the proper introductions. Speak with Sorinne, too. She's another protege of mine.
I'll be sure to speak with Brahgas and Sorinne. Anything else?
As in all things, the best way to improve is through doing. Set out and find new opponents. Win or lose, your skills will grow and your strategies will sharpen. Once you establish yourself in the beginner's circuit, return to me for a reward.
All right, I'll speak with Brahgas and Sorinne and make a name for myself.
Remember, in these early days, winning and losing mean little. Regardless of a match's outcome, you must see every game as an opportunity to hone your skills. It may sound nonsensical, but sometimes losing is the surest route to improvement.
You mentioned tournaments. Can you tell me more about them?
I would be happy to. The tournament started informally. Premier players like myself and Talib Fells gathered in major cities to match wits and sharpen our game. The Roysters Club leadership caught wind of it and began sponsoring official events.
How do these tournaments work exactly?
Well, many of the players who participated in those early matches went on to form teams which, in the fullness of time, became club-sponsored chapters. Now those chapters compete against one another in groups. It is better to share a victory, yes?
Do winners earn a prize?
A grand prize, yes. The Roysters Club and city governments all contribute to a weighty purse. But in truth, the greatest tribute players compete for pride and glory, not coin. And the revels, of course. The Gonfalon chapter loves to celebrate.
Will you be competing in these tournaments?
No, my friend, I have achieved all that I set out to achieve at the tournament level. Now, I prefer to observe, teach, and celebrate my pupils' victories. Mostly the celebrating part. With luck and determination, we may raise a glass to you someday.
Alright. Let's see here. It says find Brahgas and Sorinne. Are they upstairs, maybe?
Brahgas, I told you. I can't do that. You know the rules. Those days are behind me.
Yeah, of course. Just trying to help out my friends. No worries, alright?
Alright, I'm not going to play another game of this because I want to go do other things, but I am going to talk to her at least.
Hey, it's our newest recruit. You made the right choice signing up here. The Gonfalon chapters produce some of the best tribute players in, well, Gonfalon Bay. That's why we're bound to start winning again. Eventually.
Razhamad said you'd fill me in on some details of the club.
Yeah, of course. We should start with rankings. Look around. Every player you see has a place in the Roysters Club rankings based on their experience. That rank determines who they can and can't challenge. It's banded, see? Like a layer cake.
Okay, so where do I fit in?
You're just starting out, so you're at the novice rank. As a novice, you can take on other novices, but not higher tier players. Oh, don't fret. You'll square off against a game baron soon enough. Rising in the rankings is just a matter of experience.
How should I gain experience?
Just challenge another novice here in the gaming hall. Get a real game under your belt, not just a bib and diaper match where Brahgas lets you win. Oh, not that that's what happened with you. Oh dear. Just go play a game and let me know how it went.
Alright, I'll challenge one of the players here to a game of tribute.
Remember, everybody's got to start somewhere. Win, lose, it doesn't matter. Just focus on learning the game, getting into the rhythm, right? I'll cheer you on from here. It's not every day I get to see an aspiring champion cut their teeth.
What was that with Brahgas before I arrived?
You saw that? It's nothing, really. Brahgas just gets a bit of swagger when he hits a hot streak. He's been winning a lot recently, so he offered to get me in at the ground floor. Tip me off to sure things so I can make a bet and such.
What does Razhamad think about it?
Are you kidding? He hates it. He tries his best to curb Brahgas' antics. But we're getting to the point where he's ready to let that elf learn his lessons the hard way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to hit the bottom before you can rise back up to the top.
Sounds like you speak from personal experience.
Perceptive. Listen, your focus should be on the fun of tribute. I'm not going to drag you through the details of my sordid past. We'd be here all day. Just get out there and have some fun, all right?
Okay. So there's now a Tales of Tribute Patrons tab in the Collections tab. This is new. And it shows all of your cards. Alright, that's pretty cool. Are these decks, maybe? I'm not quite understanding. Well, I guess these are suits. Alright, that's really cool. This looks like lots of fun. But I don't want to spend all of my time doing Tales of Tribute stuff. Are all these people going to talk to me, or am I just supposed to...
Ah, a fellow tribute player, yes? Fancy a game?
Alright, so we'll play more Tales of Tribute later on as we progress through the chapter. But for now, I want to go do something else. One of the things I want to do... How did I get here? Where's the door to get out of this place? Oh, look at this. What's this? Tales of Tribute Series 1. Alright, another lore book. So here's the stairway. I'm going to go down. One of the things I want to find is the daily quest givers. So I'm going to want to pick up some daily quests so that while we're out adventuring, maybe we can find some daily quests at the same time. I'm just going to switch to the main story quest. Focus on that. What is this? Talk to Gruzeg. Whoa. Watch where you're going, Dresden. Quit messing around. Ah, so here it is. Here's the
Hard work,
daily.
decent pay.
Here's the daily quest area.
You're a new face. Must be here about the notice, am I right? Of course I'm right. If you need work and aren't too concerned about the risks, then we should talk. I assure you I'm a fully sanctioned representative of the Gonfalon Bay authorities.
What sort of work are you hiring for?
Oh, you misunderstand. I'm not the hirer, just an agent. More of an administrator, really. I make sure the job brokers are on the up and up. Speak to Waylode, Paris Plouffe, or Druid Pisca. They hire adventurers on a daily basis.
Okay, tell me more about these job brokers and what they're looking for.
Curiosity, with a dash of prudence. Good qualities for an adventurer. Means you'll live longer. All right, who do you want me to tell you about?
Tell me more about the jobs Waylode offers.
Waylode represents business interests in Gonfalon Bay. They're more than willing to pay for an adventurer's help to acquire items or gather components from specific locations. A single adventurer can usually handle these tasks on their own.
Okay, so that's going to be more like delve quests. We'll go and do some delves at some point and finish some of these quests. Tell me more about the jobs Paris Plouffe offers.
Sometimes the Sisters Guard and the various knightly orders need a little help, especially with the terrible monsters that lurk in the island's wild places. Paris recruits adventurers for these tough jobs. You'll need a group to deal with these.
Alright, so those are going to be world boss quests. Tell me more about the jobs Druid Pisca offers.
We've been having issues with lava fissures recently. They appear in various places, spew molten rock and strange creatures, and create a danger for the area. Druid Pisca can tell you more. I recommend you form a group to deal with these threats.
Alright, so this is going to be the new world events, I guess, lava fissures. I have never seen anybody do lava fissures. This should be fun when we finally run across them. Alright, I'm ready. How do I sign up for one of these jobs?
Easy as piercing a gore apple with my tusk. If you prefer to work alone, go see Waylode. If you want to work as part of a group, then talk to either Paris or Druid Pisca. Here's a modest advance to show how serious we are about these opportunities.
Alright, I'm going to talk to all
Remember,
three of them.
Waylode provides jobs you can handle on your own, while Paris and Druid Pisca deal in work that requires a group to complete safely. You'll be paid handsomely for every task you complete. I guarantee it.
You said you work for the city of Gonfalon Bay?
I did indeed. There are important happenings going on right now. So important, even I don't know all the details. But that means the guards and the knights are extremely busy. So the nobles sent me to oversee the job brokers and recruit help.
Any nobles in particular?
Well, if it concerns High Isle, House du Fort usually foots the bill. If there's trouble on Amanos, that's mostly a concern for House Mornard.
Interesting.
And the druids of the Stonelore Circle have thrown in the gold for the lava fissure problem.
Okay, you said something about important happenings?
That's not really in my sphere of influence. But the noble houses and the Society of the Steadfast are gathering delegates for some sort of meeting here on High Isle. Whatever's going on, it's got the guards and the knightly orders hopping.
Alright. So let's go talk to these people. There's only two here. I wonder where the third one is.
Murder on the neck.
Down there looks like, maybe. Okay, let's talk to Paris Plouffe.
If you're looking for hard work for good pay, you've come to the right place. The tasks I dole out require as many strong arms as you can muster. But you appear capable of gathering a group. Can I offer you a job?
I'm interested in a job.
Fawns are usually peaceful. Well, not murderous anyway. But there's a vale north of All Flags Islet where hunters go in and don't come out. It belongs to a fawn lord known as Glamaios Wildhorn. He's hunting the hunters, and it's got to stop.
So I need to defeat Wildhorn. Anything else?
Wildhorn's most recent victims were minor nobles. If you find their remains, bring back their signet rings. Cold comfort for the families, but better than nothing. The noble's guide, a hunter named Marwig, can tell you more. He's by the docks.
Alright, I'll defeat Glamaios Wildhorn and bring back the hunter's signet rings.
I expect you'll be in for a tough fight, so be prepared. Good luck to you, adventurer.
Do you know anything else about the fallen lord Wildhorn?
Fawns are fickle. They're protectors of nature, but usually they aren't vicious.
Wise hunters steer clear of their lands, but Wildhorn is more aggressive than most. Be careful. A Fawn Lord can turn the forest itself against intruders.
Who sponsors these jobs of yours?
I work for House du Fort. We coordinate the efforts of High Isle's knightly orders, local lords, merchants, and even friendly druids to handle unusual problems. I act as a broker, matching up adventurers like you with jobs that need doing.
Are serious threats common in the Sisters' Isles?
Common? I wouldn't say that. But much of the archipelago is wilderness. There are parts of High Isle that have never really been settled. Venture away from the city, and you'll find hostile druids, dangerous beasts, dark knights, and more.
All right. It's pretty cool. It seems like this place is very different from the previous zone, Blackwood. So that's good.
Welcome, adventurer. If you're looking for work and prefer to handle jobs on your own, you've come to the right broker. Just let me know if you're interested.
I'm interested in a job.
Then we are the perfect pair. Borzadar, a page from House du Fort, brought word that his lord requires someone to enter Breakwater Cave on the southern coast of High Isle and destroy crates of supplies stolen by hadalids. Yes, destroy, not recover.
What are hadalids?
Aquatic creatures of an ill nature. Unpleasant. Suppose that's why they'd rather destroy the supplies than have them returned. But Borzadar is at the Ancient Anchor Inn if you want more details.
Okay.
Can I count on you for this task?
I'll go to Breakwater Cave and destroy the stolen supplies.
I have no other information regarding the job, but I'm sure you'll have no trouble completing it. Well, not too much trouble at any rate. Come back here when you're done and I'll have your pay.
Who pays for these jobs, by the way?
That depends on who requests the work. Personally, I am an employee of House du Fort. They more or less run things here on High Isle.
Okay.
But I represent merchants, knightly orders, and wealthy individuals who require help and have the gold to pay.
Okay, so House du Fort runs everything here. Cruzeg, you got anything new to say to me?
Remember, Wayload provides jobs.
Okay, okay, you've told me.
Hello.
I get it.
Would you happen to be looking for work?
I am, Druid Pisca.
You've a determined air about you, stranger. Could I persuade you to help deal with the active volcanic vents that are popping up across the island?
What's the trouble?
Volcanic activity on the island seems to be reaching dangerous levels. If something isn't done to quell the forces at work, we're all going to be swimming in lava.
That would not be good.
The Stonelore Circle druids are trying to stop it, but we need help.
What can I do to help?
Get to the active volcanic vent and disrupt the activity there. It will buy us time, but be careful. There are many molten beasts crawling all over the place. You'll need a group to get through them. What do you say? I'll make it worth your while.
I'll gather some forces and deal with the volcanic vent.
Good luck out there. Try not to get too close to the steam coming out of the volcanic vents. I heard it will fry just about anyone's skin off. You'll be fine, I'm sure.
Okay. How did an Argonian become a member of the Stonelore Circle Druids?
It must seem strange to you. When I first traveled here, I found their Stonelore Circle's work intriguing. I began to believe that Ifra is but a shepherd of Sithis' will.
Okay.
Change adheres to natural laws, after all. Trees fall down, not up, yes?
And the other druids accepted you?
They did not turn me away. Acceptance is not the core of my interest, at any rate. I consider myself a druid, but there may be some who disagree. Regardless, they have allowed me to seek help for the vents on their behalf, so here I am.
What can you tell me about the druid circles?
There are 3 distinct circles around the Sisters' Isles. I'm a member of the Stonelore Circle. We are a friendly sort, and tend to get along well with the other residents of High Isle. Not so with the Eldertide Circle. They are small, but hostile.
And the third?
The Fire Song Circle. They are the oldest of the circles, but I do not wish to speak of them.
Oh, interesting. How should I go about dealing with the volcanic vent?
I mentioned you're going to need a group. This is a big job, much too large for just one person. You need to get to the vent and do whatever you can to defeat the druids encouraging it to erupt. Any forces they have at play must be destroyed.
Okay. Alright, where should we go next? So we could go out here. And... So one thing we need to do is... we need to keep working on the main story quest. We needed to go to the lighthouse. And we needed to go... yeah, there's the gaming hall. I don't want to go there. So here's the Ancient Anchor Inn. That is one of the main story objectives. So let's go there.
I hear these knights are robbing
you
people,
again.
looting caravans.
You haven't paid your
Someone
bill.
ought to do
Or
something.
did you forget that too?
See, I was here, and she remembers me. I must have committed great diplomacy last night. Ask her about my scepter, friend.
Hey, do you know what happened to his scepter?
I'm sorry about that little scene. Some people are unbelievable. Welcome to the Ancient Anchor. What can I do for you?
We're looking for a missing scepter.
Oh, you're with this Nord?
Yeah?
I'm not all that worried about what he left here. I'm worried about what he took. A night's worth of food, drink, and entertainment, all without paying. He and his friends skipped out on their bill.
What happened?
Like I said, they ate and drank all night in a private room. When I noticed it was too quiet, I looked in and they were all gone. Someone's gotta settle up. Your friend left his scepter? It'll do as collateral until I get paid.
Oh, you've got the scepter.
You found a scepter. That is good. And I remember now. I wanted to pay the bill to impress the other delegates, but now I don't have the coin to do that again. We have to get them to pay their shares. I can't lose another scepter.
What else do you remember about last night?
Let me see. Tanilin didn't seem to be having fun, so I bought her a special drink.
Oh, boy.
And then Olganash wanted dessert. I asked the man in the back for something sweet so my friends could have a good time. We headed back to our own lodgings after that.
You said you bought a special drink for Tanilin?
Oh yes, I am good diplomat. So I thought she would like something to remind her of home. After that, Tanilin kept asking for more drinks. We all laughed and had fun. We said goodnight just outside. She got in her carriage and drove off for home.
And Ulganash wanted a dessert?
We might have been arguing about where to get the best cake in Hrothgar. That made us want cake. But the man in the back room said he did not have cake. So I asked him to give me whatever he had for Ulganash.
Alright, where can I find Tanilin and Ulganash?
I think Tanilin is staying at Steadfast Manor, a little way outside of town. She likes Lord Bakaro's gardens. Ulganash rented a small house in Gonfalon Bay near the West Gate. Here, I'll be right behind you. When my head stops spinning.
Alright.
Whether you're chasing gold, seeking knowledge, or simply looking for a comfortable bed, we have you covered. So, friend, what's your pleasure?
Alright, I assume this guy's gonna have, alright, he's got some repair kits, some potions. I was kind of expecting maybe some drink recipes or something. You know what? Speaking of recipes, I've got Sorry Honey Lager recipe.
Maybe I can work.
Go ahead and take that. Let's see.
If you're looking for company, you'll need to buy me another drink. I'm not drunk enough for any of that foolishness quite yet.
Do you know anything about the big shark on the wall?
Oh, that's the render of the Loch himself. 60 years ago, he swam into Loch Bane from the open sea. He went after anyone who dared to wade in past their knees. Killed a dozen people between here and All Flags. Anyway, he owns the place.
The shark owns the inn?
Sure.
One of his victims was the proprietor of the ancient anchor, Malciana's Storm Spray. She was a captain, half pirate really, who retired to Gonfalon Bay and bought the anchor. But she got bored and decided to hunt down the render.
How does that make the shark the owner of the inn?
Well, the way I heard it, Captain Malciana liked to boast that anyone who beat her in a fair fight could have the inn. When the shark got her, the townsfolk honored her wish. To this day, the render remains the official owner of the ancient anchor.
All right. Okay, that makes sense, sort of.
Best pick a brew and drink up. Some of my selections are in short supply, and I never know when the next shipment from the mainland is coming in.
Okay, so here's the brewer. So the brewer should have... Oh, wow. I don't have any of these recipes. How much gold do I have? Oh, I already had that one. Do I even have enough gold? Okay, I can't get the rest of them. I need to have some gold. I can't just have no gold at all. Alright, I'm gonna have to sell this back to him at a loss.
Knights.
Alright, how much gold do I have now? 6,000. Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
You can't ask much more than an honest day's work, can you? A few coins to keep a roof over my head and food in my stomach is all I need.
That's a good, good attitude to have.
Hail, friend. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers on the road to Gonfalon Bay? I came to High Isle to trade, but getting goods from the interior has become a roll of the dice.
Robber knights?
A rogue band that calls itself the Ascendant Order.
Yeah, I've dealt with them.
I thought they were only active on the mainland, but they're here on High Isle. Rabble-rousers and troublemakers, if you ask me. And now I hear they're looting caravans outside the city walls.
Interesting. Speaking of rumors, have you heard anything about a trio of missing ships?
Not specifically, but I saw some fancy-pants nobles giving the dockmaster grief. Missing ships could mean anything. Storms, pirates, poor winds, worthless navigators. Try Sergeant Dane over there. He's with the Sisters Guard and knows a lot.
Okay. Sergeant Dane?
I'm off duty, newcomer. Got a complaint? Take it to one of the other guards.
I'm looking for information about a trio of missing ships.
We police High Isle. Ships that haven't arrived yet aren't our problem. Besides, we've got our hands full with these so-called Ascendant Order Knights. They're stirring up trouble all across the island.
What do you know about the Ascendant Order?
Just that they're little more than well-armed bandits. They've been recruiting the poor to bolster their numbers. Now they're robbing caravans while claiming they fight for justice. Honest folk don't hide their faces behind helmets and masks.
What does the Ascendant Order want?
They're malcontents. They go on about how the high and mighty misuse their power by squabbling over the Ruby Throne. It started out small enough, defying authority, inciting riots, petty sabotage. But now they're hurting people.
All right, thanks for the information.
Something else, newcomer? I'd like to get back to my drink.
You say the Ascendant Order is causing trouble. Can't the Guard stop them?
Ordinary bandits, the Sisters' Guard can handle. But when we send enough guards to meet a company of Ascendant Order Ravagers, these faceless knights just melt away. And if we don't send enough guards, then our guards don't come back.
Why do you call them faceless?
Might as well be. Most knights proudly display their emblems. They wear the colors of their house and paint family crests on their shields. These Ascendant Order knights never remove their helms and bear no devices. They could be anybody.
Okay. I'm gonna look, see if there's anything interesting. Probably just stuff you could steal if you were a kind of character who steals. I don't play this particular character that way. I've got some characters that I do steal stuff, and assassinate people, but not this one. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Alright, what is... somebody back here? I see a quest marker. It says above. Talk to Page Borzadar above. But I just went up to the second floor and I didn't see anybody. Oh, there he is, right there. Now, I wonder what's over here then. Obviously, I never went this way. This place is gigantic. Here's a bag merchant.
Don't be the explorer who has to return to camp because you didn't have enough bags ready. I've the best packs in the Sisters, ready and waiting for you to use.
Ugh. Don't have enough gold. 46,000 gold. Yeah, okay. That'll allow me to have 130 items. I can only have 120 right now. So when I get some more gold, maybe I'll come back in here. But that's good to know where the bag merchant is, especially if you level a character, because you need to increase your inventory space a lot. Here's Paige.
An adventurer talking to me? You must be from Waylode, here to help with our little problem. Well, if there's anything I can do to facilitate your work, you only have to ask.
I hear you have a problem with Hadalids.
Indeed. The Hadalids that reside in Breakwater Cave on the southern coast of the island have a habit of attacking House Dufort's supply wagons. They drag crates of supplies into their lair for gods know what purpose.
Waylod said you want the crates of supplies found and destroyed.
Precisely. Gods know what sorts of maladies those sea creatures carry. The supplies are ruined, we're sure of it. Better to destroy the crates and deny the Hadalids their contents. Without the supplies, maybe the creatures will move on.
Doesn't House Dufort have knights that can deal with this sort of thing?
Of course. But other matters across High Isle have them occupied right now. Besides, I assume that an adventurer such as yourself would appreciate the gold we have provided to see this job done.
Sure. Just curious. It's not that I don't want to do the job. I'm just curious why the police don't handle it. That's all. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to continue exploring this city. We've got this house near the West Gate to deal with. Hunter Morwig. There should be a lighthouse somewhere. I don't know where that is. But at some point we'll go back and do more Tales of Tribute stuff. But we've got a lot of stuff to do. We picked up... Wow, I mean, we've got 6 quests now. Plus the, is the Tales of Tribute quest one of these? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so we've got 6 quests total, so we've got a lot of stuff to do next time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.